Hello, welcome back. This is part two of the full album appreciation for Sleep Tokens, even in Arcadia. Just got done listening to Dangerous and took a closer look at the lyrics. Some really, really fun and interesting things emerging in my brain right now. First and foremost is this concept of something having awakened what's beneath again. So we have the emergence and the last few songs talking about this kind of new reality that the speaker has kind of broken through into. And there's some sections that, just like in past work, like you can apply it to this mythological realm, but at the same time it is deeply personal, and we have lines like, this isn't a fantasy, this isn't a game. So it's got this parallel thematically going on that completely works both ways. And in this song, there's kind of a change, like a key change in this story going on. A lot of language talking about where he was kind of not even sure who he was in the past. Here, that past self maybe is rearing its head again. So you can apply that again to the mythological realm of two separate entities, or you can apply that to a mental health condition where, I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't. We're getting ready for that. Kind of points to, the lifelong struggle that a lot of people experience, whether it's with depression, anxiety, any kind of disorder like that. Where it's characterized by kind of coming in and coming out, bipolar. So, yeah, that's really interesting. Because in this song, it feels like he's talking to that part of himself that he thought he left behind, got better, but it's going to pop up. It's inevitable. Just like change is inevitable. There are parts of us that, for good or ill, will come back to haunt us. Lifelong struggles, again, we can manage them, but it's kind of part of life, part of a lot of people's lives, dealing with that, taking it day by day. So, yeah, I'm caught in time like clockwork beneath the permafrost. I might lose my mind back to back with oblivion, and you might breathe that burning breeze through paradise for me. Just insanely beautiful, poetic lyrics going on. It's like you're dangerous to me. I notice every time we meet, I feel the ground beneath my feet giving way. So he recognizes the power of this presence, rearing its ugly head. Almost like it followed him. Like, I kind of have this visual in my head where he emerged himself into this beautiful, dreamlike world filled with pinks and purples, and he thought he left behind the things that burdened him, but they're just following him. Like they followed him straight through the portal with him. That's interesting too. You could also apply that to like going in and out of the Matrix, this kind of going into that dystopian world again. He thought he was able to emerge into the safe place that wasn't really real. I don't know. There's so much, so much to sink your teeth into and interpret if you decide to do that. It's all fascinating. And who knows? There's no true, I don't think, interpretation unless they themselves present us with it. So, all right, I think next is my absolute favorite track so far, Caramel. Yep.
Count me out like sirens, pay back for the good times. Right foot in the roses, left foot on a landmine. I'm not gonna be there, tripping on the grapevine. They can sing the words while I cry into the baseline. Wear me out like Prada, devil in my detail. I swear it's getting harder, even just to exhale. Backed up in
So after having heard the previous tracks, that word lost really jumps out at you again because of how much the lyrics come back to that feeling of being lost, and also dancing, doing the best you can. Again, I did a separate reaction for this, so more in-depth comments there, and I will try not to repeat everything. Just enjoying this one. But that did pop out at me because there's been a lot of songs so far talking about specifically that feeling of being lost.
Gonna get embarrassed on stage, looking sideways on my own visage, getting worse every time they try to shove a real name just to get a rise from me, acting like I'm never stressed out by the hearsay. Guess that's what I get for trying to hide in the limelight. Guess that's what I get for having 2020 hide inside. Everybody wants eyes on them.
Those ethereal bells in the back, again, a consistent theme now, even more consistent having listened to everything before. So these details are really just jumping out because they are part of the overarching theme, and the consistency between tracks it's really cohesive, and it's beautiful how everything fits together lyrically, musically. Yeah, still this really eerie haunting in the background too. Everything is haunted, whether it's either fried or haunted.
I just wanna hear you sing that top line. I'll take what I'm given, the deepest incisions. I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't.
Alright, so at the beginning, I was talking about how the more I listen to Caramel, the more the genius of the arrangement comes out. And this is the best example to exemplify what I'm talking about as far as how they set up each section so masterfully for the deepest incision they could possibly inflict on you. And in this album, they're doing it primarily with this brilliant play of rhythms, and it's subtle, like it's not drums in your face, but these intricate drums going on in the background, seamlessly transforming into a hip hop dance beat, electronic, and then into the drums. Just those playful rhythms set you up. And then in this song in particular, we've got that super, I mean, it's positive energy. The rhythm itself is a positive energy. And I already talked at length about the dichotomy between the message going on and the music. But just to add to that, because it didn't really hit me as powerfully until this week, there's a section that is set up so insanely well that it just fucking destroys me every time I hear it. And it's accompanied by that positive beat and this melancholy melody. That combination just destroys you. And that's before they catapult you into that fried abyss of refusal that I called it a refusal originally, and I'm going to stick with that because that's definitely what I still feel it in that way. And again, that is explained more in the other video, but let me just experience that setup, my favorite section. Here we go. Those innocuous little bells in the background. It's doing something to you, and you don't even realize it until the layers come on, and that subtle, the bass frequencies that I talked about in the beginning are at play here to work towards that bell, and it just sneaks up on you, and it's just so subtle and so effective. It's fucking brilliant. All right, I'm gonna shut up this time. We'll actually listen to this whole section. Right here. The tone, the very last tone goes up a pitch, and it's really subtle, but it's fucking gorgeous when you zero in on it.
I'll take what I'm given, the deepest incisions. I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't.
Okay, whew. Title track, Even in Arcadia. This time we're starting with that eerie, ethereal vibe. Ooh!
My blood.
Interesting sound there. This is mind-numbingly gorgeous and eerie.
What was missing from those scriptures?
was a distinct departure with the vocal. Again, fried. There's this fried undertone to it. It's emerging. This one definitely. That creature is like front and center. Yes. What is that? It's terrifying. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to take a second, look at those lyrics, be right back. Beautiful and mysterious as ever. There's definitely another entity, this presence that he's asking, have you been waiting long for me? This is one of those things that, an interesting dichotomy. He could be talking to the future self, or his new self, the self he's trying to become. But it could also be, there's definitely this tone of being a redeemer that is receiving him. That's interesting too. And there's still this really strong evocation of this new reality, and he's just trying to find his bearings in this new place. So I certainly hope he has help in that place, some kind of support. No matter how we feel, we've got a taste for one another and a few good years to kill. No matter what is real, it seems that even in Arcadia, you walk beside me still. So yeah, to me that's just like an acceptance of that part of himself that he thought he could defeat, but that is just very much going to be with him for the rest of his life. It's kind of an acceptance as well as an arrival in this place. It's like, and then on the personal note, from the speaker, I can see it on this level of, even in Arcadia is, even in this space where I've just like, there's hardly any more space to go up in success. And even in this place that seems like heaven to all of us can actually be very hellish and lonely. It's like you thought something was going to solve some problems or some feelings, but you can't run away, you can't outrun it. So that's interesting. Okay, next we have provider.
Be a provider. I wanna be a provider. Your guiding hand, your.
I love the persistence of this religious feel. You got this like church organ. So it's like maybe in the last song he's kind of at arrival into this place, almost like a place of worship, like the church, the temple. And now we're inside, kind of just appreciating being there. I don't know. That's the feel like I like when you walk inside, and then there's just like this majesty of tapestries or paintings. I don't know, motifs.
Final decider.
Provider. I'm definitely very interested in these lyrics here. So I will take a second in just a moment. But this one definitely feels a bit more like he's in tandem, not in tandem, like he has a solid partnership, and this is kind of like, it feels like he's conveying to this partner maybe a new love, the redeemer, I don't know, but like, I want to be a provider for you, give you what you want. But that, I just heard a line about an ICU. Oh my god. I'll be right back. It's just really beautiful. Definitely the closest thing to a love song. And yeah, there's definitely this message, this trying to share that, yeah, he wants to give this person what they want, be the provider. And it's definitely like, this is not a completely new person. This is someone who's been in his life before. This is a rekindling. This is interesting. I feel a little bit better about the ICU, assuming these lyrics are correct on here. Because you've been hitting my phone so hard, I found it breathing through a tube in the ICU. It's a little terrified. I don't know if I can handle some sundowning again. The only bad baddie spitting ice in the room, the only good girl this side of the moon, and you're the only game that I like to lose. So this is familiar territory. There's definitely a love scene that is much more tender and PC than like Sugar. Exchanging the years in silence. So this song and the last song, there's this conveyance of the passage of time. You know, definitely moments in the last few albums, there's just like this urgency and immediacy in the moment kind of thing. And here it's like we're floating through years and years of time. So to me, maybe I get this feeling as far as the storytelling aspect, like he's entered in this new realm with a new partner and they've been able to have some time together in this space. And a lot of times there's this theme when you're in a kind of fantasy realm or an out of time mythological experience, this Arcadia realm, like time passes differently. You know, just like it would, drawing on the other parallels, if you're taking yourself out of reality into an unreality for the sake of escape, whether it's a virtual reality in the distant future or not so distant future nowadays, there's definitely, it's easy to just let time pass and it gets away from you, whether that's like your primary purpose or not. You know, some people, that's what they want, like just let the time fly by, let me go to the end, which is tragic. But here, definitely, I get this feeling of there is a passage of time going on. This isn't like a single conversation, you know. So it's absolutely beautiful the way that it's portrayed. I want to be a provider, garner you with silk like a spider, roll or die, you bet I'm a rider, your outer shell, your secret insider. When you look at me like that, got me falling right back. So yeah, still some ups and downs. And again, this is a return of a presence that is familiar to him. Whatever that may mean. But gorgeous. I think next we have Damocles. Yep.
Oh, I've been waking up under blades, blue blossom, and I'll be forgotten.
Alright, so again, I did do a whole separate reaction on this, but in context of the whole album, this is really interesting to me because now, based on the lead up to this song, it feels like we're in a somewhat safe space, whether that's due to this other presence in his life that is able to support and comfort him, and vice versa, which is just as important in a healthy relationship. That is the feel that I get, like we're just in this space where it's safe to convey these feelings without a fear of judgment. You know, there's a kind of a undertone of anxiety in Caramel that express some of these same fears, and this kind of acceptance, and then the loud refusal. Like there's just super intense roller coaster of emotions going there, and then above that being forced to dance to the music anyway. Here it's like he's able to express some of these anxieties in a way that doesn't feel like, you know, the floor's about to be just fall away underneath him, a rug about to be pulled out from underneath him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, that's his feeling. Along with this beautiful graphic that we have here. Talk about tranquil, just beautiful, tranquil, safe, overwhelming sense of safety in this song. There's that dashboard confessional again. Gethsemane.